today on Divorce Court.
I'm here today to see if I can rekindle the magic. The thrill is gone. I want to see if we can spark the flame again.
I feel like I'm in a relationship all by myself. Like, I gotta do the manly duties and the female duties.
I want the judge to help Tracy realize I'm not Superwoman and that he needs to appreciate me and consider me and all I do for us. If Tracy doesn't change, I'm prepared to leave. I don't want to split up the family, but I do want to be happy, and I'm not happy right now.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Tracy Tyson and Burlinda Tyson. Mr. and Mrs. Tyson, you have been married for how long?
6 years.
For 6 years, and your marriage has come to a breaking point. You have come here to me to see if you're either going to end it or survive it. And so I'm going to start with you, Mr. Tyson. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today?
Well, we got married 6 years ago. Everything was fine for the first few years. Then it seemed like we just got a little distant and, you know, things like that. And as far as the home or the household, it's like I'm doing too much.
Explain that to me. What are you doing and what is she not doing?
Well, if I work 10, 12 hours a day, and if I come home, I mean, can I get a sandwich or something? You know, can I? You know, I gotta come home, I gotta do a little tending to the kids, which she do most of it. But then, you know, I gotta do some laundry and I gotta cook my dinner, you know.
And you think she ought to take care of a little more of that?
Just a little bit more. I'm not picky, I'm not, you know, just a little bit more. Okay. That's all.
Ms. Tyson, do you work outside the home as well?
I don't.
Okay.
Not currently.
And you do have 3 little ones.
3 little ones.
Why can't my man get a meal when he gets home from work?
Your Honor, he gets a meal maybe 4 days out of a 7-day week. But what he doesn't realize is when he's at work, I'm at work too, with 3 babies. I'm at home with them. They don't go to daycare, so he needs to respect that a little more. I try to have him a meal, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Honestly, I think he's sexist. His expectations of me are a little high. He feels like a woman has certain roles. And
give me an example of some of his sexist ways.
Even the food thing, he can cook. What's wrong with his hands? If I'm at work and you're at work, come home and cook me something sometimes. I've been running around with your kids. I mean, I feel like that's a job right now because that's what consumes everything that I got going on. And I don't think that he appreciates it enough. He just expects me to be Superwoman, and I ain't Superwoman.
Taking care of 3 kids doesn't make you Superwoman.
That's what he expects, though. He wants me to take care of 3 kids,
and
shine his shoes, do his laundry, cook his food, clean up. I mean, I'm capable of doing all that, but, I mean, help out with some of the stuff. It's not all on me.
I'm not sure whether I should get mad at you or not. Mr. Tyson, she is right that though you have a 12-hour day job, she has a 24-hour-a-day job because those people are around the clock.
In a way.
So do you do some assisting in the household?
I do probably about 85% of the household duties.
Do you disagree with that?
I disagree completely.
Okay. You say you have a complaint that he's not doing his manly jobs, in one of which is you're upset about what happened when you were having your babies. Tell me about that.
When I was having my kids, the doctor had to tell him to come hold my leg. He was sitting down chilling on the phone. And you know, you want your husband to be there. Come on, baby, you need that support when you in there pushing. That's a battle going on in there.
Right, right.
And he's just sitting back.
I was there, Your Honor.
He's chilling. He's chilling on his phone. He on Facebook. He ain't even looking at me. He ain't saying, go, baby, from the sideline, nothing. The doctor had to tell him to come over there and hold my leg to help.
Mr. Tyson, were you playing around on the internet when she was working hard to bring your child into the world?
Correction. The reason I was over to the side on the phone is because when she was going into labor and all, it was doctors running in, about 10, 12 doctors and nurses trying to hold her.
No
they
excuse.
asked me to help hold her legs because they couldn't do it. That's how many doctors and nurses. It was chaos.
Were there complications?
There were complications, but that's more of a reason why you should have been by my side and not, you know, on the outskirts like an audience.
She's doing something. If the doctor tells you come hold a leg, hold a leg.
At first, the doctor told me to get out the way because they had more people coming in. So that's why I was over here to the side. And then, like, the 8, 9, 10 doctors and nurses couldn't hold her, you know. Then that's when he asked me, well, can you come over here and help? And I'm like, yeah, cool.
That's one pregnancy.
Okay,
I had
what
3
happened with the
kids.
other ones?
All the same. He's been distant every time. They had to ask him to assist every time. He's just sitting back like, sexist, like it's a woman's job, do it. Like it's nothing for me, and he's just there because he's supposed to be there, you know?
Yana,
Yes.
when a woman have a baby and you see all that, that makes you not want to look at that again.
But I'm going through it. Stop doing what you do.
Forgive me for being over here, trying to.
I hear you, Mr. Tyson, but let me tell you this. You know, men are always talking about they're strong and all this kind of stuff, and we doing all the hard work, and you can't even look.
I mean, I look, but I can't look. You know what I mean?
I kind of get it.
No support.
I kind of get it, but
I don't.
you say that she hangs out with friends like she's a kid and is at the club and is at the casino, and you're not really comfortable with who she hangs with. Tell me about your concerns in that area.
I mean, I don't have a concern with her having friends or kicking it with her friends. Do what you do. But certain friends, I know them friends. You know what I mean? I know their history. I know their background. I know what they up to. So them the friends that I have a problem with. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Does she spend a lot of time out at clubs and casinos and stuff?
She used to until the newborn came. Yeah. That slowed her down a little bit.
Ms. Tyson, what's your response to his concerns about the people with whom you run?
Your Honor, he knew that when he met me. So do you expect me to change my crowd because you meet me? And yes, I have single friends. I have some friends who, they're out there, but that's where you have to trust me to be your wife. I married you. I married him in jail, Your Honor. So, I mean, I'm very committed to him.
Oh, so you were going together, and he went to jail,
Yes.
and you married him while he was in jail, and you, as they say, rode with him till he got
Rode out, ride or die.
And when you got out, you lived together. Was there a shock when you two had to live together?
No.
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
We dealt with each other, before he went, so I was familiar with him.
It's more the outside entities, you know what I mean? That weigh heavy on her, you know what I mean?
You're worried about the culture and the community in which she engages.
I don't worry about the culture or the community. I just worry about 3-4 friends.
Oh,
that's about it. That's it.
You got problems with a specific.
Yeah, that's about it.
You also have an issue, not an issue, but you are 42 and you are.
I'm 29.
29, and that's not a huge age gap.
He thinks
but
I'm his daughter.
It is an age gap. In what ways does he treat you like his daughter?
I mean, listen to him. He talking about my friends. How can you tell me who I like and who I want to be friends with? I mean, I feel like he should treat me as a wife, not a daughter.
Okay, well, I want to delve into that a little bit more.
Okay. He nickels and dimes me, Your Honor. Like a daughter.
In what way does he nickel and dime you?
I need to verify what I need money for every time I ask for $1. Like, I have to say what it's for.
Any store she go into, she don't make it rain on whatever item she see, you know what I mean?
Do you spend a lot of money? You say he doesn't treat you like a wife, but he treats you like a daughter.
Yes.
Give me some specific examples that demonstrates that to me.
Well, when I go out with my single friends that he doesn't like, he calls every 30 minutes. He asks who I'm with, and he'll want me to name who's all around me. Who does that, Your Honor? I mean, and then I got to explain to people why I'm saying their name on the phone. And, people don't like that. And he texts. He's insecure, I honestly think. And he shouldn't be. I know my friends are wild, but I'm committed to him.
Okay. Mr. Tyson, do you do those kind of things? Wait on her, ask her?
Well, Your Honor, if she's with this certain friend, like this certain friend that walks in our home and be like, I'll be coming in behind her or something, and I hear her friend tell her, like, such and such said, call him. You know what I mean? And if she with that friend, yeah, I call. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You say he's reckless with money. What do you mean by that?
He's not reckless. He's stingy with money. That's the word, not reckless. He nickels and dimes me, Your Honor. Like a daughter.
In what way does he nickel and dime you?
I need to verify what I need money for every time I ask for $1. Like, I have to say what it's for, which isn't fair.
Do you give her an allowance, or do you have does she have to specifically ask for each penny you provide for her?
She get a weekly allowance, and she knows that. And she, money ain't no problem or nothing. She get broke off plenty, but any store she go into, she don't make it rain on whatever item she see, you know what I mean?
Do you spend a lot of money?
I do. I do.
And thank you for your honesty.
do.
And what do you tend to spend on?
My kids, myself, him. Like, I shop for him. That's what he's not saying.
Like, what kind of stuff are you buying?
Clothes, games, electronics.
Can
I like to stay up.
Yeah, can I give my standard? Don't be a consumer all your life. If you consume all your life, you will never have ability to build any kind of a base of economic strength and stability, not only for yourself, but for your children. You got to put those people in colleges or make vocational school or something. Don't be a consumer. Be an intelligent person who builds wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Your Honor, I got 4 kids. We have 3, and I got an oldest son. Now he's in college, so I got 1 kid in college, and I got 3 that's 3 and under. So I don't really believe in jacking money. That's just me.
You need to listen to your man on that one. You
I don't
just
jack,
wrong and he's
I don't
right.
jack money, but allowance, I don't call it an allowance. He just gives me, what he can when he gets paid. The
Right.
bills are paid. We don't have any struggles like that. But if you're giving me money for myself, it should be for myself. That's what you're giving me.
But
for.
still be
But
responsible.
let me say this to you, Ms. Tyson, and you are a mother, and as a mother, the primary source of concern should be your children,
And that's right.
and not your purses, not your electronics, and not your looks.
And I spend the money on the kids.
Yeah, but I listed what you told me. I wrote it down. Games, kids, clothes, electronics. You like to keep up. You one of the people chasing the Joneses. Joneses broke. And you'll be broke too, chasing them. You specifically indicated that sex was a problem because he doesn't do any romancing. He just wants you to just get to the business.
He's sexist. He thinks that's my job. He feels like I owe
On
him.
demand.
Yeah, on demand.
On demand, Mr. Tyson. Defend yourself. Do you think the age difference between Tracy and Burlinda causes some of their issues? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mrs. Tyson, one other problem you say you have is that your relationship with him now, 6 years into marriage, is no longer that loving, romantic, close relationship you once had. Why don't you tell me how things have changed and what he's no longer doing with respect to that?
Your Honor, he just used to be my everything. And we used to do everything. We used to have fun together. Wake up in the morning and be happy to see him, Now I wake up in the morning and look at him and I'll be ready for him to go to work. Because it's just better, by myself. And I shouldn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Because once upon a time, he was my everything. And
You specifically indicated that sex was a problem because he doesn't do any romancing. He just wants you to just get to the business.
he's sexist. He thinks that's my job. Just like, the cooking and the cleaning, he feels like I owe
On
him.
demand.
Yeah, on demand.
On demand, Mr. Tyson. Defend yourself.
I will. I mean, like I said, I work 10 to 12 hours a day. So if I come home, I gotta fix me something to eat, take a shower, bath. Then I gotta put a couple loads of clothes in the washer. I mean, how am I supposed to crawl in bed with a rose in my mouth? I'm tired, and, just did the laundry.
But you would still expect it.
I mean, I might roll over and be like, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that if he would woo me a little more.
Yeah. Mr. Tyson, I'm gonna give you my patented 5-minute foreplay. Seriously,
give it to him.
seriously. And it doesn't even have to be 5 consecutive minutes. It's 5 minutes just throughout the day. Come in the door, kiss on the neck. You look beautiful. Then you go about your business. Just hang on. Then About an hour later, if she's cooking, that smells good, baby. Run up behind her. Throw those hands down that leg. Boom. You know, just little bit here, little bit there. And all of that adds up in our head, and by the time we get to bed, you're already a little further down the track than you otherwise would be.
It would be
you
my
with me on that
It would be my pleasure.
one? You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't take long, and it doesn't take much, even if you're working today, lunchtime. Take that phone, baby. I ain't got but 5 seconds, but I wanted to tell you I love you. Can't wait to see you. Bam.
I mean,
10 seconds.
Yeah, that's understandable.
10
You're
seconds.
right, you're right.
It's easy.
You're right.
It's easy.
You're right.
You can do that.
Yeah. I just, you know. I mean, it's hard
The
to be.
art of seduction, boy,
It's
it
hard
can
to
take
be
you a
romantic.
long way.
It's
It
hard to be
can.
romantic.
Ms. Tyson, let me ask you this. Do you think you're realistic with respect to your expectations as to how a marriage is going to progress? It's always fun and kissing and running and laughing and all of that before you have 3 kids and a job and all of that. Do you believe that you're being realistic in your expectations that that should not change?
I do think I'm realistic in my expectations. I wouldn't mind giving him what he wants if he just appreciated me more. And I mean, and even the expectations with the sex. You come home and you expect me to give you some love, and you should, you know, appreciate me more. You know, give me a reason to want to do that.
If I come home and
Does
eat
he
that
help
bacon,
around the house like he
should.
says he does?
No.
Does he help around the house like he says he
No.
does, putting in laundry and all that kind of stuff? He just made that up.
On the weekends, you know, on his days off, he'll do it, you know, if he sees something.
What do you do during the day mostly?
Oh, I tend to my kids.
I tend to my kids. What does that mean?
I make sure they're clean. I make sure they're learning a little bit, you know, before they start school. I feed them. I have to clean up after them every 30 minutes because they're that young. I even do yard work. I go to school part-time, too, online, so.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
It's a lot.
I'm with you. I'm with you. What should Tracy do to show Burlinda he appreciates her? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Mr. and Mrs. Tyson, I like you. I like you because you're committed to one another. I like you because you seem to have the right kind of responsibilities and orders. I think you could grow up a little bit. I don't think he's sexist. I just think he's mature, and I think that you could learn from his maturity. But I think you're a good person, and I think you're good with those kids, and I respect that. But he's not trying to make you into a kid or anything. He's just got a really good view of what you're trying to get done. And what you're trying to get done is not still play and have fun. I mean, you can enjoy each other, but things change. When you marry, there's no reason to get married if you're not going to change. If you want to run the streets and have all that fun and this and that, don't marry. Don't have children. If you want to spend money on bags and persons, don't have children. But once you've done that, you have to commit to that as your first priority. Mr. Tyson, I love myself some you. You went to jail, went to prison, came out, don't go back. You got to working like a dog. You got married. You're solid. You're good. I know what you're worried about. You've been on those streets, and you're worried that she might get tripped up in those streets like you did. And I respect you for that. I respect you what you're doing. Remember what I said about the 5-minute-a-day foreplay? It actually does work.
Yes.
And if you give her and I'm telling you, women, just a little bit.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
a little bit of appreciation, just a little bit of love, just a little bit of your special, because it's kind of a humdrum thing that we do, and it's picking up and picking up and picking up. There's, you get a paycheck, she gets, So give her that appreciation, give her that love, and follow your man when it comes to that money, because he knows what he's doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Stay together, love one another, and this matter is adjourned.
5-minute seduction. What I liked about the judge is she saw that I had some issues and you had some issues, and we need to meet each other halfway. I can do your laundry a little more, cook you more meals, but that 5-minute seduction, You can work on that too.
I'll give you 6.5.
Hey, you won't have no complaints then.